I am so proud of all that everyone here has accomplished. In fact, last week I had the distinct pleasure of Zooming or commuting from room to room, listening on a few of the presentations, hearing the dialogue you had with our judges who were so engaged. Shout out to them for their commitment and participation. And just learning about more ways to impact the Sustainable Development Goals through responsible management practice. I want to thank in particular our director, Jeff Thies, who ran the competition under the most trying circumstances, and his associate, Sheree Koo, who you've all gotten to meet, who provides so much of the support behind the scenes and in front here in our Zoom room. Many of our CBA staff members were also instrumental in providing new kinds of support for our now, like yours, virtual organization. I also would like to do a quick shout out to the coaches and faculty advisors who believed in you, the students, and they supported you and your teams to go beyond. It is amazing to me how many of you went the extra mile in a semester or a quarter that was so very different from anything and anyone could have predicted. As a dean, personally, it's exciting to see how you take the coursework that you've learned in your colleges, the knowledge of business disciplines, and integrating it all in a way to explore how business can be a force for good. You and the cases you shared gave me true confidence in this next generation having a positive impact on the world. And as I said in my video of opening remarks, documenting just how much business needs to have a voice at that table, if, as a global community, we have any chance of addressing the most significant challenges of our time, including the coronavirus and rebuilding economies in sustainable and ethical ways. I'd be remiss if I didn't do another shout out to 3 business entities that went the extra mile in supporting this competition, and I can't thank them enough. Meggitt, Epson, Raytheon Technology, all global firms. Their support enabled us to host the competition, and we hope to continue to build upon that support next year, hopefully in business, but also online to ensure we have representation across the globe. Before I turn this back over to Jeff, let me just say, as we all can relate, it's been quite a start to 2020. Not only have we learned that Zoom can be a verb, a noun, and an adjective, but it's also tested our entrepreneurial mindset, our skill set and experience as we've had to pivot on the fly to this worldwide pandemic. However, you have risen to the occasion, as have your institutions, your faculty and coaches, and certainly you, the students. We live in COVID times, and for many, that may result in feelings of learned helplessness and a feeling of being a victim. Yet last week, you showed a different kind of feeling, a strength that showcased the skills that employers around the world value: ethical and sustainable decision-making, adaptability, agility, problem-solving, and opportunity-seeking. These are the mindset and skill sets that will set you apart from others and help all of us in an economic recovery. These characteristics will define you and showcase your extraordinary talent for working together under the most difficult and challenging of circumstances. Embrace that and let that knowledge give you strength. Thanks again for participating. Stay healthy and safe. And at LMU and in the business school, what we call CBA Strong. We're in this together, and I have confidence that you are the leaders of tomorrow that will help us create a better world. Back to you, Jeff.
Thank you so much, Dean Smith. So very appreciate your words and your guidance and your support for the International Business Ethics and Sustainability Case Competition. Just a quick introduction to what we're going to do this morning. I'm going to move to share screen and pull up a PowerPoint. I'll have a few introductory remarks about the competition. Then we will move slide by slide to recognize the award winners from each of the divisions and competition categories. And then we'll wrap up with a few words of support and of appreciation. We are recording this, and our intention is to post this online along with your presentations. A quick reminder that if you have not yet turned in your release forms for that, please send those to Sheree so that we have your approval to post those so that they can be of a benefit to you and to others as they continue to learn through this process. So now I'll move to share screen and hope that the Zoom gods support that process. So here we go. How's it look? Can everyone see? Wonderful, thank you. Just a quick observation about this image. Of course, we use this image in our communication about the case competition because we want to show the beauty of Los Angeles. This is a view from the bluff of Loyola Marymount University, but it really invites us to look past the beauty and really ask ourselves what we see and how we can see deeper and more broadly. This is a view, a panoramic view of Los Angeles. Los Angeles is the third largest megacity in the Western Hemisphere. This anchors the fifth largest economy on Earth. It is a concentration of peoples. One little statistic I like to use is the 4 counties of Southern California, Los Angeles, Orange, Riverside, and San Bernardino, have a population base larger than 48 states in the United States. That's why we're famous for our congestion and traffic. It is a place of vibrant economics overlooking Silicon Beach and the greater Los Angeles economic engine of creativity, of technology and innovation. It looks to the Port of Los Angeles and Long Beach, which handles 40% of all inbound goods brought into the United States. It's anchored on the Pacific Rim, which is oriented both east and west and north and south, understanding profound relationships with Asia, the Pacific Rim, Latin America. It's a place where the majority of families speak a language other than English at home. It is a place of incredible diversity of thought, of peoples, and also represented in incredible diversity of opportunity with related challenges of inequality and profound human need. It's perched on the ocean and understands this intersection of a huge metropolis with the environment and challenges of climate. You know that those beautiful hills that you see on the vista are at times on fire in Southern California, and the beautiful beaches, of course, call to question life below water and the fundamental health of our oceans and the impact of climate and climate change. So we see the diversity profoundly of what it means to engage both business and environmental and social needs, much like you do in the specifics of your cities and in the specifics of your global reach. But first, again, to thank Dean Smith for her words this morning, and also to thank our sponsors, as Dean Smith did, Epson, Meggitt, and Raytheon Technologies. But it is just to recognize that together, what we've experienced, where we live, what we see and how we see, draws us into the Sustainable Development Goals. Not just as goals, aspirations, much more than hopes, plans, tactics, objectives to be accomplished. And we really honor the fact that together, we've really advanced Goal 17, partnership for the goals. In the work that you've done, in the partnerships that you've developed, and the way in which together we've worked globally to partner to deep thought and specific business plans of action to advance the Sustainable Development Goals. We honor our teams, 12 teams, 4 continents, and also recognizing that many of our student teams themselves are global citizens. I know at Loyola Marymount, 3 countries are represented on the student team from Loyola Marymount. I know that that's true of many of your universities as well. This is truly an international business ethics and sustainability case competition. A few words about judges and judging criteria. You know the specifics. You've prepared your presentations according to the judging score sheets and how your work is measured and evaluated. But we've designed our judges to be business executives, so that a key part of the competition is the experience of being in dialogue with and presenting your ideas and your solutions to business executives. We had over 45 executives from diverse industries, overseen by 8 senior judges, senior executives from diverse industries, financial services, securities, law, technology, finance, aerospace, diverse industries, global companies. And the senior judges specifically took responsibility for each of the division judging, and they were present to all of the presentations, took the scoring results from the judges that participated in the individual sessions, and advanced and submitted the award-winning teams and the rankings that you'll see in the awards that we will give in a moment. We will judge in each of these categories the 25-minute presentation, 10-minute presentation, and 90-second presentation for each of the divisions. And I want to add that we are adding for the first time an honorable mention category. Not all teams win, as you know, but every team this year needs to be recognized. As Dean Smith said in her introductory comments, this is a dramatic time, and this is a time of not just profound impact, public health, economic impact. This has been a time of a lot of transitions and a lot of struggles. People have been quarantined, people have been returning home, they have been managing, as you guys know so well, managing an ongoing learning environment in times of personal transition and challenges, geopolitical issues, profound economic and political impact, social impact, public policy impact, public health, impact. We know that you've been juggling a lot. And so we want to let you know that IBESCC will honor you and recognize you. The awards that we are presenting today, we're announcing. We will follow up next week with electronic certificates for your award recognition. Once we're back on campus, we will move forward with the specific trophies that we produce every year and get those to you. And we thank you so much for your patience with that process. And we know that you understand because, as Dean Smith said, we're living in COVID times. So now, let's move forward with the award winners. There are the 3 divisions. I will announce both a runner-up and then first place for each of the categories. And I'll go through this somewhat slowly so that those teams recognized can have a minute to bask in their pride before moving to the next team that we're announcing. So, Division Blue for the 25-minute presentation, runner-up, BEA Advisors, University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. Division Blue, first place, Team Credo, Ateneo de Manila Graduate School of Business. Division Green, runner-up, Nike, CSRG Committee, George Washington University. Division Green, first place, Tin Talkers, Pontificia Universidad Javeriana. Division Red, runner-up, High Point Consulting, George Washington University. Division Red, first place, Nemo Consulting, Loyola Marymount University. Now the 10-minute presentations. Division Blue, runner-up, Minerva Consulting, Santa Barbara City College. Division Blue, first place, Coretta Consulting, University of Miami. Division Green, runner-up, a tie, Tourism Dimensions Consulting, College of the Canyons. Division Green, runner-up, Nike CSRG Committee, George Washington University. Division Green, first place, BEA Advisors, University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. Division Red, runner-up, 10-minute presentation, Tin Talkers, Pontificia Universidad Javeriana. Division Red, first place, a tie, series group, University of Miami. Division Red, Team Credo, Ateneo de Manila Graduate School of Business. Division Blue, 92nd presentation, High Point Consulting, George Washington University. Division Blue, first place, Minerva Consulting, Santa Barbara City College. Division Green, runner-up, Tourism Dimension Consulting, College of the Canyons. Division Green, first place, BEA Advisors, University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. Division Red, runner-up, Nemo Consulting, Loyola Marymount University. Division Red, first place, Tin Talkers, Pontificia Universidad Javeriana. Congratulations to the teams that have won awards. Those other teams, of course, will receive honorable mention in ways that I've described. So very proud of all of you and everything that you've contributed and accomplished through IBESC. Now, if we might share a few words of thanks. First, I would like to thank each of you, your teams, and your faculty advisors for the incredible work and profound dedication that we've expressed and that Dean Smith really expressed so well. I thank Dean Smith, her leadership, guidance, commitment to business education and focus on ethical leadership and the sustainable development goals. A great word of thanks to Sheree Koo for her tireless work and efforts and great service to each of you. Would like to thank specific collaborations that have been represented in this case competition, the Center for International Business Education and the International Association of Jesuit Business Schools. Both of those relationships have drawn on global networks and really helped maintain and strengthen the focus of the international and global dimension of this business ethics case competition. We would also like to thank an affiliation with the University of Detroit Mercy, their advancement in management and ethics research opportunity. You have the opportunity, should you wish, to take your case competition and transition it into a research publication opportunity, as we've shared. We organized this case competition really building a lot of redundancy throughout. We wanted to make sure that if technology was a challenge, we had backup. If people needed to absent or exit for whatever personal reason, given this COVID time, that we would have plenty of support and basically depth so that we would be able to successfully deliver this case competition. We built 4 basic teams. We had a recruitment team and that really worked in bringing you into the case competition and supporting you throughout. That was overseen by Sheree Koo and working really with student workers who really supported and helped advance the case competition. Taryn John Lewis, Monique Monnier, Layla Mohammed, Malika Nguana. Thank you so very much. Judge recruitment has been another important dimension of the case competition. We had as many judges as we had students. That was an embarrassment of riches that we are profoundly grateful for. And one of the things that has been so gratifying is that when we put out the invitation to judges, this is the second year in a row in which all of the slots have been chosen within 4 hours. There is great interest in participating and being in this kind of dialogue with each of you and student teams. And so I thank the senior judges and also thank all of the panelists that serve throughout. Great diversity of professional background, great diversity of industry, great diversity of human and life experience. We're so profoundly grateful for their leadership. Technology and technology support has been significant. We built tech support teams. We had dual hosts for each of the sessions, and we were greatly served by Marky Jones, Noriko Sakamoto, Diane Scrivens, Jennifer Tyler, and our instructional technologists, Debbie Eggers and Michael Sitnikoff. We also would really profoundly like to thank those who supported us through corporate relations and marketing, the outreach that was led by Roberta Kuhlman, Lisa Mitchell, and Natalie Durdek, who really helped us format all of the communication and the promotion that we use to basically format the case competition. Thank you so very much. And then, of course, to just repeat our thanks to our sponsors, Epson, Megit, and Raytheon Technologies. Just a couple of closing comments. First, I'd like to let you know that we will be sending surveys to the faculty advisors, to students, and to judges, learning from your experience, especially in this Zoom environment this year, about what worked, what didn't work, what can be improved, how this can be enhanced, would be very, very helpful to us. You'll be receiving those surveys this afternoon, and we'd really appreciate your filling those out for us. And also, as I said before, your release forms so that we can make these videos available. Secondly, next year, as the Dean said, please come to Los Angeles. And if you can't come to Los Angeles, please participate virtually. We really want to have a hybrid experience. We know the benefit of being together. We know the benefit of international reach that technology facilitates. And so we intend to learn from this year, build on this year, and expand this out. And so really look forward for your support for that. As the Dean said, and just to reinforce, this time in your work and your example really have highlighted what we know: the importance of ethical leadership, the importance of moral courage, creative confidence, innovation, all in support of a deep understanding that business is a force for good, and that's articulated and enhanced and expressed through our commitment to and work for the Sustainable Development Goals. Thank you so very much for the ways in which you've modeled that, you've shared that, you've demonstrated that, and you've affirmed that. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I want to end by just saying again, congratulations, and thank you so very much. See you next year.